In August 2003, Mars came closer to Earth than at any other time in the last 60,000 years. The Hubble Space Telescope used the opportunity to capture the best ever image of the red planet from Earth. The image became Hubble's most popular observation of the year, as millions of people around the world watched Hubble watch Mars. America's great observatory took people from all over Earth a little closer to our neighbor planet. What happens if a planet gets too close to its parent star? If it's a gas giant like Jupiter, the star's intense heat will boil the planet's atmosphere away. Hubble detected a planet that orbits so close to its parent star that its atmosphere is evaporating away into space. Eventually, enough of it will boil off to leave only a scorched solid core. Hubble also confirmed the discovery of the oldest known planet in our Milky Way galaxy. If it's as old as astronomers believe, at 13 billion years, it's nearly 3 times as old as our own Earth. It's almost as old as a planet can be.
What we think we found is an example of the first generation of planets formed in the universe. We think this planet formed with its star 12.7, 13 billion years ago, when the galaxy was very young, just in the process of forming, and it formed with the very earliest generations of stars that formed in our galaxy, much, much earlier than the Sun.
This identification is a stunning revelation. The idea that there is now evidence for a planet which was formed roughly 1 billion years after the Big Bang, 13 billion years ago, is just absolutely unprecedented. All of the roughly 100-odd extrasolar planets that we know about today are in orbit around stars that are basically in the solar neighborhood. They are presumably stars that are no older, particularly, than our own Sun. But in this case, we have a star where we presumably could have formed not only a gas giant planet, but perhaps also a habitable planet where life could have arisen and died out long ago, well before we came along to the galactic party.
The planet is in an ancient globular star cluster and is part of a system that includes a fast-spinning pulsar and a white dwarf star. Unlike previously discovered planets outside our solar system, which are all in our interstellar neighborhood, this planet is on the other side of the Milky Way galaxy. Its existence and age imply that planets formed very early after the Big Bang and may be far more abundant throughout the universe than previously thought.
What happens when 2 galaxies collide? Astronomers have been studying the question for years, and recent Hubble Space Telescope images may help supply some answers. The galaxy under study is M82, a small nearby galaxy that crashed into its larger neighbor, M81, sometime in the past. The wreck has left M82 in rough shape.
Looks a little fuzzy. It doesn't have the same kind of bright central concentration that you would see in a normal galaxy. It has very peculiar colors, and all of these things seem to be tied to this collision between M81 and M82.
Studying galactic collisions is like sifting through the evidence of a crime scene. The smallest detail can help determine when the crime occurred. In the case of M82, astronomers have been trying to piece together the collision and find out how long ago it really happened. O'Connell and his team dated M82's crash by examining the star clusters that formed afterward. The dense
stellar death and planetary birth, the beginning of time and the end of the universe. As it enters its 15th year in orbit, NASA's Hubble Space Telescope continues to be the most productive space science mission in history, showing us the wonders of the cosmos like no other telescope ever has. Stars die in one of 2 ways. They slip gently into the night, or they go out in terrific blasts. When stars die quietly, they often create majestic sculptures of gas and dust to mark their graves. For centuries, astronomers studied these nebulae, thinking them to be simple bubbles of gas. But Hubble observations have revealed structures